4-Hour Business Launch Kit. Find and Start Your Dream Business in 4 Hours a Week by Keith Hudson. Chapter 1, Laying the Foundation. Pro tip: when you find a reliable teacher of the things you want to learn, find ways to fill your subconscious with their teachings. Here are some ways to do that. 1, read and listen at the same time. That uses more parts of your brain. 2, listen all day when your attention is not needed, while you're driving, cooking, or shopping. 3, listen while you sleep. 4, listen at increased speed. Example: I have a book that I study deeply, approximately 500 pages long. I listen to the audio version of that book at 2 or 3 times normal speed. At 3 times normal speed, I can listen to the entire book in about 14 hours. If I listen for 2 hours every night, I can listen to the entire book in 1 week, then rinse and repeat. I often listen while I'm getting ready for my day or while I'm at the store shopping. I have found that when I listen to the book repeatedly, new things jump out at me every time I go through. So I try to go through it as quickly and as often as I can. Pro tip: any skill you want to learn will improve as you practice. When I first started listening, I could only listen at about 1.5 or 1.75 speed. Over time, I was able to increase the speed to 3 times normal speed and understand what I was listening to. Then I suffered a concussion and had to return to 1 or 1.25 speed and work my way back up. Note that your subconscious can understand more quickly and retain better than your conscious mind can. So when you listen while you are sleeping, listen at the highest speed that is not gibberish to you. I have seen a demonstration by a blind man of being able to listen at 10 or 20 times normal reading speed and understand it clearly. Back to the text. Businesses solve problems. If you know how to solve problems, and you have enough people whose problems you can solve, who can afford those solutions, you can have a successful business. My problem-solving background. Since I was a child, I've always been interested in solving problems. I would constantly be wondering about how things worked. I successfully solved the problem of getting into law school without an undergraduate degree. As a lawyer, my job was to solve problems for my clients, to analyze their situation and how the law applied to it, and help them with their problem. Later, I changed careers and became a SharePoint developer. I became very good at helping business units within the company I worked for solve their problems of how to do their work faster, better, and easier. I was then asked to take a different role, helping solve the problems facing an entire team of business people and developers and building a new solution. An entire team of business people and developers building a new solution. I also learned how to learn things quickly and teach others to learn them even more quickly. How to succeed in business. How do you make money in business? You need 1, something to sell. 2, people to sell it to who can afford it. And 3, sales. I believe that every person who has successfully solved a problem in their life is uniquely qualified to help someone else solve a problem. If you can find enough people who want to solve that same problem and can afford to pay you to help them do so, you can have a successful business, provided you learn how to deliver the solution affordably and find enough people willing to pay you. The goal of this book and the materials that accompany it is to help you find and start your dream business and make it profitable in the shortest time possible. Pro tip: I'm teaching you the core elements of a successful business in a very abbreviated way so that you can learn it quickly. That does not mean that applying those skills will be quick and easy. You can choose the slow, hard way, which is to not make it a priority in your life. In that case, it will take a long time to make all the mistakes you need to make. In that case, it will take a long time to make all the In that case, it will take a long time to make all the mistakes you need to make to actually learn, internalize, and apply the principles you are learning in an effective way. Most people fail when using this approach because they become discouraged and believe they cannot succeed. Open quote, I cannot lose if I do not quit. Close quote, Alex Hormozy. It is much quicker if you want it so badly that you will make it a balanced priority in your life. While you may only have 4 hours a week to directly work on your business, by finding ways to fill your subconscious with the principles of business success in every spare moment, when you spend your 4 hours a week working on your business, your efforts will be multiplied dramatically. Pro tip: realize from the outset that there will be times when you become discouraged and think you will not succeed. We call this the valley of despair. Surround yourself with people who will encourage and support you so that you persist through the valley of despair and continue on to achieve success you seek. So that you persist through the valley of despair and continue on to achieve the success you seek. This principle applies in numerous areas, not just in business success. I invite you to check out the support group available at www.skool.com/$1,000,000 mission, where I and other like-minded individuals support each other on a daily basis. End of Chapter 1. Chapter 2. Finding your customers. Before you know what problem you're going to solve for someone, it helps to understand how you're going to find the people to help, or more accurately, how they will find you. The goal of your business should not be to cram your services down the throats of the unsuspecting public, but rather to make your services and product known to those whose problem you can solve and who are in pain. When enough people see that you have the solution to their problem, everything else will fall into place easily. The rest of this chapter is still being built. Chapter 3. What problem can you solve for others? Chapter 4. How will you solve it?